The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. Was the home of the Smurl family inhabited by a demon? Perhaps, but maybe not. The Smurls moved into a double-block house on Chase Street in West Pennsylvania in August 1973. They claimed that the premises were disturbed by a demon that caused loud noises and bad odors, threw their dog into walls, shook their mattress, pushed one of their daughters down a flight of stairs, and physically and sexually assaulted family members on several occasions. In 1986, the family brought in a pair of demonologists, Ed and Lorraine Warren. According to Ed Warren, the demon that inhabited the Smurl's home was very powerful, and it shook mirrors and furniture after they tried to persuade it to leave by playing religious music and praying. Warren claimed he felt a drop in temperature and saw a dark mass form in the home, and the demon once left a message on a mirror telling him to get out. After months of investigation, Warren alleged that he had a number of audio tapes containing knocking and rapping caused by the demon. Professor Paul Kurtz of State University of New York at Buffalo, and then chairman of the Committee for the Scientific Investigation of Claims of the Paranormal, said the Warrens weren't objective, independent, or impartial investigators, and characterized the Smurl's claims as a hoax, a charade, a ghost story. Kurtz said that the family's claims were possibly due to delusions, hallucinations, or brain impairment, and advised that they submit themselves to psychiatric and psychological examinations. Jack Smurl told a newspaper reporter he had surgery to move water from his brain in 1983 because he had been experiencing short-term memory loss due to a case of meningitis in his youth. Allentown psychologist Robert Gordon commented that people often look at demonology to explain many tensions that they experience as individuals and within their families. Spokespeople for the Roman Catholic Church Diocese of Scranton said they were unsure what might be causing the disturbances. St. Bonaventure University theology professor Alphonsus Trebold said there might be other, less demonic explanations. The home was blessed by several priests who said they saw no harmful activity while on the property. Janet Smurl claimed an unidentified priest performed 3 unsuccessful exorcisms, and that the demon avoided the rites by moving between the double-block home and following the family to other locations. In 1986, a priest from the local diocese spent 2 nights at the Smurl home and said nothing unusual happened during his stay there. Also in 1986, the Smurls told the press they were tired of the constant media bombardment. However, within a few months, they had authored, along with Ed and Lorraine Warren and Scranton newspaper writer Robert Curran, a paperback book version of their story called The Haunted, published by St. Martin's Press. The book was criticized by reviewers such as Wilkes-Barre Times leader staff writer Joseph Marusak, who wrote, Robert Curran forsakes the principles of his trade to give readers a one-sided account of what did or did not occur over several years in Jack and Janet Smurl's former home. Reviewer Mary Beth Gurman wrote that the book was poorly written, adding that it is hard to conceive of a supposedly sophisticated, objective, and as far as I know, at least until now, credible reporter like Curran taking their stories seriously, given the complete lack of any empirical or physical evidence to support it. That same year, the pastor of Immaculate Conception Parish in West Pittston, Reverend Joseph Adazio, said the Smurls felt that after intense prayers, things are back to normal. In 1987, Janet Smurl told reporters that they still heard knocking and saw shadows. After the Smurl family moved to Wilkes-Barre, Deborah Owens moved into the former Smurl home in 1988 and told reporters she never encountered anything supernatural while living there. In 1991, a 2-hour made-for-TV movie titled The Haunted was released by 20th Century Fox, written by Curran, the Warrens, and the Smurls, and starring Jeffrey DeMond as Jack Smurl and Sally Kirkland as Janet Smurl. So, was the Smurl home infested with a demonic force? Or was it all just a hoax in order to get a book deal in a movie? Perhaps, but maybe not. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Wife accused of killing sleeping National Guardsman husband requested cash from dad days before alleged murder. New details have been revealed in the case of a 42-year-old mother of 3 in Utah, accused of fatally shooting her sleeping husband after he confronted her about having an extramarital affair. Jeez, what a bitch. Not that I'm confronting you about the affair I've had. No, the affair she had. So she decides, well, this is over. In newly released court documents, authorities allege that in the days before Jennifer Gladhill allegedly killed 51-year-old Matthew Johnson, she asked for more than $10,000 from her parents, both of whom are accused of helping her cover up her husband's murder. Jennifer Gladhill was arrested in October 2024, less than a month after reporting her husband missing and charged with Johnson's murder. Authorities believe the fatal shooting took place between September 20th and September 21st, 2024. I think it did cover this one before. So this might be a Nailsin News update. But again, I'm foggy on that. Gladhill's parents, Thomas and Rosalie Gladhill, were arrested days later and charged with obstruction of justice for allegedly assisting their daughter after the shooting by cleaning the home and purchasing a new mattress to replace the one where the victim was killed. Johnson was a member of the National Guard at the time of his presumed death. His body has not been recovered. According to a recently unsealed probable cause affidavit obtained by Law and Crime, investigators looking into Johnson's whereabouts conducted interviews with Gladhill's neighbors and learned that Thomas Gladhill was seen at his daughter's home at about 5 p.m. on September 24th, 2024. Neighbors reported they observed Thomas and Jennifer in the home cleaning. The neighbors reported they observed Thomas leaving the home late at approximately 23 hours. Later, I guess. Data from Jennifer Gladhill's cell phone shows she only contacts her father, Thomas Gladhill, when Matthew is last seen or heard from. Investigators obtained a search warrant for Thomas Gladhill's cell phone, which they showed messages between him and Jennifer about money being transferred and purchases made. Data from Jennifer Gledhill's phone also showed messages between her and her father about financial assistance. Maybe she wanted to go back to school, you know. On September 18th, Jennifer messages Thomas and states, "I need $13K by Friday." Messages show the victim, Matthew Johnson, transferred money to Thomas's account to be given to Jennifer's account. On September 18th, I observed a transfer from Thomas to Jennifer's Venmo account of that's $1,000. Man, I can't read. On September 19th, Jennifer sends a message to Thomas to, "Don't forget to give me your card information." The newly revealed affidavit does not state why Jennifer Gledhill allegedly sought the $1,300 from her father, as previously reported by Law and Crime. Jennifer Gledhill is facing a total of 9 charges. 1 count of first-degree felony murder, 5 counts of second-degree felony obstruction of justice, 1 count of second-degree felony possession with intent to distribute, 1 count of third-degree felony desecration of a human body. Well, how do they know? They haven't found it yet. And 1 count of third-degree felony witness tampering. Prosecutors said her arrest was based in large part on information provided by the man with whom Jennifer Gledhill was having the extramarital affair. Hey, look, I was in it for the poontang, but I didn't know it was going to result in all this murder and shit. And how can you trust a woman who does that? He allegedly told investigators that Jennifer Gledhill, who has 3 young children with Johnson, came over to his house on September 22nd, 2024. He relayed that she described to him how her husband had come home on September 20th and yelled at her because he knew she had been sleeping with someone else. She allegedly told her lover that the next day, on September 21st, she shot Johnson as he slept in their bed. She told the informant that she put Mr. Johnson's body into a rooftop storage container, slid him down the stairs of their home, and loaded his body into the back of their minivan. Gledhill allegedly smashed Johnson's phone and ditched his truck in a nearby neighborhood. She then drove his body north and buried him in a shallow grave. The informant noticed bruises on Gledhill's body. She allegedly told him she got them while burying her husband's body and cleaning the house. Authorities have some corroborating evidence to back the lover's claims. GPS data from Gledhill's phone places her in the location where she allegedly left Johnson's truck the morning after the alleged murder. Later that afternoon, data reportedly shows she was in Davis County, which is north of Salt Lake City, until she turned her phone off shortly after 2:30 p.m. When she turned the phone back on around 5 p.m., it showed she was driving along a Davis County highway. Surveillance video at a car wash allegedly shows her thoroughly cleaning her vehicle around 11 p.m. before driving to her lover's house shortly before midnight. Neighbors also told cops they saw Gledhill's parents cleaning in her house for several hours on September 24th. When confronted with this fact, her parents claimed they were only there for a short period of time. Detectives asked her father if he went into the master bedroom, and he allegedly responded, "I did not go in where the incident happened." Well, what incident? Perhaps most eye-popping of all, Gledhill allegedly bought a new mattress to replace the one where Johnson was shot to death. But that apparently didn't stop investigators from finding a large blood-stained spot in the master bedroom carpet underneath the bed. And blood on the bed frame slats. Boy, all that work cleaning and you missed that. Got bruised and everything, you know. Gledhill's parents claimed they bought her a new mattress on Amazon at their daughter's request. Investigators also searched her parents' home. In a bedroom where Gledhill would sleep, they allegedly found a green and tan Glock 19 box wrapped in a baby's onesie in a tote bag. The gun wasn't there, but prosecutors believe the box contained the murder weapon. Well, odds are, yeah. So anyway, they arrested her on October 2nd. She's been in jail ever since. Well, I would guess so. So there you go. You got the whole story. Turns out her boyfriend wasn't all that loyal to her, and good on him, because Man, you want to sleep next to a woman who's capable of that? I don't think so. This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin.
People often think Wonder Woman was gay. It's understandable since she spent a long time on an island populated only by super hot women. However, when she finally met a man, she couldn't get off that fucking island fast enough. I'm not saying she didn't fool around with Tuna Town, but sausage is more to her taste. She loves dick. Yeah, Wonder Woman was only gay for the stay.
Oh, boy.
What's the matter, Sally?
I guess the beer just doesn't give me the buzz it used to.
You need a butt chug.
A butt chug? No, I'm not pouring beer in my ass.
Not beer. Cough syrup. Here, let me flip you over.
What? Oh, ow. Oh, my. Oh.
Let's move these panties aside. And we'll insert this tube.
Ooh.
Here comes the cough syrup, Sally.
Wow. The walls are melting. I see flowers taking flight and turning into stars.
Can't get a buzz? Then you need a butt chug. Warning, butt chugging may lead to brain damage, rectal rot, and or farts that smell medicine-y. And now, from Nailsin Productions comes a space opera adventure like no other. Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol! It creeps me out.
Creeps you out? Anything that creeps him out. I mean, good Lord, the dude's having to have his ass stitched, his guts sewed up. I mean, I think you need to cut him some slack.
It's just the idea, and we share a cabin, you know, and it's like, oh man!
Come on, it won't be that bad.
No, I just stepped into some greasy shit on the floor.
What the hell is all this?
I don't know. You think one of the containers is, I don't know, leaking something?
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, you're sniffing it?
Yeah, shut up. I'm trying to concentrate. Yeah, I recognize that scent.
Well, recognize it from what?
From Dr. Moronicus's lizards.
Oh, man! Oh, no! What was that?
Shots fired. All units converge on Unit 3. Hurry!
Bubba, I propose that once Mr. Spot and his men are able to find the creature, they should immediately isolate it and trap it in one of the cargo holds, and then we can jettison it out into the void, and if necessary, blast it to smithereens.
Yeah, that's pretty much what, that's pretty much what Spot did the last time we had those damn lizards. Well, now, guys, the cargo holds are currently packed solid with explosives for our mission against the Martians, and to jettison it out, could lessen the impact of the necessary explosion that we want to occur to help us devastate their armada.
A necessary risk, Captain Snuffstuff. After all, the plan was ultimately through the use of Dr. Saurus Liz's pinhole wormhole system to be able to attack what's left of the Armada from all sides. We're just going to have to pick off a little more than originally intended. But again, well worth the risk, rather than risking the potential of having lizard eggs injected in our rectum.
That's a good point, Admiral Thing.
Damn straight. So, now what the hell's going on?
Holy shit!
Oh, that's the alarm for shots fired. It must be Mr. Spot and the others are engaging the creature.
Nah, man, hang on. Hey, Spot, tell me you got that little bastard.
That's a negative, Bubba. And little, it ain't little anymore. Apparently, I don't know, had some sort of metamorphosis, and now it's huge. It's got to be 8 feet tall, and it just took out 4 of Eureka's men.
What up?
Tell him the plan, Bubba. Tell him the plan.
Yeah, Lloyd, give me a minute here. Spot, now what you need to do is get your guys out of there, but make damn sure that lizard is trapped in the cargo hold, and as soon as you get out, lock it down and prepare to jettison that bastard into space.
Understood, Bubba, but right now that monster's between us and the exit. So we're just gonna have to try to blast our way past it, get through the door, and then we'll proceed with the plan.
Yeah, good boy, Spot. Good boy.
Oh, yeah, now, wait a minute, guys.
Now what?
They can't have open a hard fire going on in there. Because the whole cargo hold is loaded with explosives. One miss of the creature hits one of those cargo containers, the whole ship could go.
Holy shit! Damn it! Are you just mentioning this now?
Well, I was distracted because of the creature and, being, butt raped by it. What the hell's Spot and his men supposed to do? Play fetch with it?
Well, Bubba, there's really no other option other than for them to switch to stun settings and hope that can drive it away so they can escape and lock it in.
Holy crap. All right, hang on a minute. Hey, Spot, listen, buddy, you can't use live rounds in there anymore because you might set off the explosives and blow us all to Kingdom Come. So you're just gonna have to use your stun shots in the hopes that can get you through the door.
You have got to be shitting me.
I wish I were, Spot, but, it is what it is, Oh, no. Can Mr. Spot and Deputy Polyp escape the creature and trap it in the cargo hold and jettison it into space before blowing up the entire ship? Well, perhaps we'll find out the next exciting episode of Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol. Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol is written and performed by me, Douglas Nailsin, with music provided by Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Texas man allegedly killed and disemboweled his father, who he claimed was an alien. A 39-year-old man is in custody for allegedly killing his father, disemboweling him, and stealing his car. Oh, come on. El Paso Police Department officers went to a home on the 11700 block of Ronald McNair Drive for an unattended death situation. Oh, he should have attended it. And found 74-year-old Victor Gerardo Contreras, deceased. The Crimes Against Persons Unit. Okay. Could it just be homicide? I don't know. Arrived at the scene and determined Contreras' death was suspicious. Following an investigation, they issued a warrant for the arrest of, I guess it's Jaime instead of Jamie, Jaime Contreras. Officers located Jaime Contreras and arrested him on a charge of murder. According to court documents cited by TV, the victim's son and suspect's brother went to the home on April 12th to check on his father because he had not spoken to the victim in about a week. The son reportedly could not get in the front or back door, so he went to his dad's bedroom window and smelled rotting flesh. The son entered the home through the window and reportedly discovered Victor Contreras with his head bashed in, throat slit and covered with a sheet. The son also realized Victor Contreras' Jeep Wrangler wasn't at the house. The son reportedly texted Jaime about the situation, but he never responded. The son's wife spoke with Victor twice on April 4th, and in the first call, he allegedly told her Jaime Contreras was acting crazy again. Oh, so there's a pattern here, huh? Jaime Contreras, who lived with his father, reportedly took the phone and told her that he was angry that Victor Contreras wanted to sell the house. Victor Contreras called the police, then later informed his daughter-in-law that everything was fine. I'm guessing he was wrong about that. A neighbor told police that he saw Jaime Contreras driving his father's Jeep, parking it nearby, and going to his house for several hours at a time. Police executed a search warrant for the house and discovered apparent blood throughout. Investigators found Jaime Contreras and the Jeep nearby. And when they asked where Victor Contreras was, he said he was in heaven. Investigators reportedly saw injuries and lacerations on Jaime Contreras' body. Contreras allegedly told them he hurt himself battling and fighting. Reports he claimed an alien recently harvested his organs. Huh. So how was he still walking around? TV reports police previously responded to calls at Victor and Jaime Contreras' home. In 2023, Jaime Contreras allegedly said his father was an alien, then walked around the surrounding streets with a decapitated rabbit. Jeez Louise. Several months later, officers went to the house because Jaime Contreras again said his dad was an alien. On April 5th, Victor Contreras reportedly called El Paso police saying Jaime Contreras was threatening him and killed his pets. Police went to the home and listed it as checking okay. Hours later, Victor Contreras called police a second time and claimed Jaime Contreras threatened him with a hammer. The medical examiner who went to the home when Victor Contreras was found dead noted that the 74-year-old was disemboweled. Jaime Contreras is in custody at the El Paso County Jail with bond set at $2 million. I'm guessing he doesn't have it. So they said he was acting crazy again.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @MrNailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.
Hi, I'm the toes dangly part, and I can confirm that I never shot any loads nor leaked or dribbled on any jerseys.
Yeah, Nick's dangly part here. I, too, can confirm that I didn't shoot a load, leak, and or dribble on any jerseys, as no jerseys were worn during the, well, you know,